All right, you ready?
I am.
Here we go.
Coming through.
We are here, and we have our special guest today is from Texas, I believe. Are you in Austin or San Antonio? Where are you at again?
Austin, South Austin.
I'm sorry about that. Still nice places. My wife's a true Texan, thank goodness. I'm not. I'm a Midwest boy. But this young lady here in front of me played D1 college tennis and was All-American doubles player, and she just got her Master Professional USPTA Master Professional Certification, which I'm in awe of. And she's the 15th woman ever. Yay!
Woo!
And she's currently the director of racquet sports at Onion Creek Club in Austin, which is a very, very nice club.
Thank you.
And she's also a USPTA coach developer for pickleball for Texas. Yay! And
there we go.
She also serves as USPTA Texas board as second vice president and is USPTA and PTR certified. And I want her autograph and I want a photo with her. I'm just kidding. Well, how you doing there, Kelly? Glad you came on. She's a first time a pro on here. I'm glad you're on. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Tell us a little
Excited
bit.
to be here.
I guess we'll start with the way of pickleball. Tell us what, when, where, why, and let's go. The show's yours. It's your story. It's your journey. Let's hear it.
How I got started?
Yes, ma'am. Come on.
Well, I was working at a club in North Austin, and I'd been playing tennis for a good 40 years now, and thought, what's this pickleball thing? I need to try it. So. Yeah. About 6 years ago, I started dabbling with it and went down to a local rec center and played indoors and, just really liked it. And I could see the fun in it and thought, man, if I don't get on board, then I'm going to be left behind. So here I am.
I love that you said it like that. I got in 2018 here in Dallas, and it was very it was unique. It's been a unique journey. Let's put it that way. But I think that's amazing. You felt what I felt. That's we had Seymour Rifkin on a little bit ago, and he was talking about the passion, and he just makes me want to do a bunch of things, just like you do. Talking to you, but let's hear you talk about pickleball with the USPTA. So real quick, for those who don't know, this is our YouTube channel, the Pickleball Show with Curtis Reese. Sorry, Kelly. Pickleball Show with Curtis Reese. Please subscribe to it. Because we got some sponsors coming up and good stuff like that. So please subscribe. All right, now the fun part. Let's talk to this young lady again. So you just picked it up and started playing it. Well, what club was that you started at? Was it at Onion Creek or was it a different one?
It was at Cimarron Hills in Georgetown, which is North Austin. So,
Southwestern University.
Started playing in Cedar Park. They have a big paddle battle, and so I played for about 2 weeks, and then somebody talked me into being their partner in my first ever tournament, and got my butt kicked. got brought back down to earth. Being this good tennis player, college tennis player, I've been around forever. I thought I was going to be really good at it. And I quickly learned the ways of the wiffle ball.
Well, what I struggled with was I played college. And I was a serving volley, chipping charger, and
yes.
It's either you get it over with, or you either lose your match quickly, or you win quick. That's just how simple serving volleying is. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so that was the most difficult part, was when you have to let that second ball bounce.
Oh my gosh, I got called on it 3 times in that tournament because I was a big doubles player too. Loved serving volley, even in singles. And what? I can't volley.
I looked at Matt Laz, and I look at him. I go, "What do you mean the second ball has to bounce? That's bullshit." Pardon me. Sorry. I shouldn't be cussing, but I didn't say it like I was thinking that, because when you first.
I was too.
See, she said it too, but just not as nice.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's pretty wild, and I got killed. I think my score was it was 15-1. It was like 8 minutes.
Oh gosh, I felt so terrible for my partner. She hadn't asked me to play since either.
I threw my paddle at the guy. I'm like, this is stupid.
Oh my gosh.
And I picked it back up, and then she's like, come on, get back up here. And the guy was Matt Lazarine. He's an IPTA Master Pro, and he's just a short little stocky dude, and he's lefty, and he goes, you suck. I said, no, you suck. What are you here for? Because you wanted me to certify me level 2.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it was a fun time. Well, that's cool. So so let's talk about keeping with the way of pickleball. You got into that club at Cimarron. That is another nice university, but college
for sure.
club. But anyway, so then you did that, and then you went to Onion Creek, and then how's the journey been there? with pickleball
It's
and
been
tennis?
great. Like, we didn't really have a whole lot of pickleball going on here. And I just said, we're going to do it and kind of just leaned in. And we have over 240 pickleballers now.
That's so awesome.
So, yeah, it's been crazy. We just resurfaced our courts to add 4 lined pickleball courts on each tennis court. We have 4 hard courts and then some clay courts. So we now have 16 pickleball courts. So,
are you doing any pickleball on the clay yet?
we have not tried that yet, but I talked to Jarrett Chirico about, what ball to use and what a clay court,
Did you see that?
looks like.
There's a post on the gram, and that's where. And I'm on Reese Rack. Are you on the gram? You on the gram?
Yes.
Hold on a second. What is it? What's your? I'm gonna follow you. Don't block me.
Okay.
What's your? How do I find you?
I think it's Kelly Marshall.
That'd be too damn easy. Kelly.
Yep. I may even have to look it up. I haven't been on there in a while.
You better get back on there.
Everything's on Threads now.
Shut up. Okay.
I know.
Let me get this done. All right. All right.
Just started last week.
Screw it. I'm not gonna do Threads. Okay. Just the second person that told me that. Told me that was Shelby Bates last Friday from Los Angeles. She goes, "Oh, I'm on Threads."
It's a big deal.
I go, "Threads?" And then I told my wife, and she goes, "Garner," because we have 2 sons. I got a 14-year, almost 15.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mom, Melanie, but he looked at me and goes, "I don't even know what Threads is." And then my youngest comes piping in, "I know what it is." I'm like, "Dude, you're 7th grader. How do you know that?" Anyway,
crazy.
So
I can't keep
Threads.
up.
Yeah, there it is. So anyway, so it's Threads.
Yep.
So it's going good there at the Onion Creek. Yeah, the clay. So anyway, I saw on the gram they were talking about Wimbledon grass, which I played on as blast. I played on South Lake decades ago, and then clay. And I thought that was so cool. And that's cool. You're thinking about it, man. I don't know how that goes. And the other thing is, always send me videos and pics, and we'll add them to your little corner you're gonna get on here if you start sending us stuff.
Okay.
And
it'll be sure.
It'll be on the channel.
All right.
All right, that's cool. So, what are your junior and adult pickleball programs like?
So our adult program we do a lot of leagues right now. We're pretty league heavy. So we do some gender leagues, men's league, women's league separate. And then by far our most popular is our co-ed league
Cool.
that we do. And we're getting, on a weekly basis, about 50 players in that per night.
That's so awesome.
So yeah, it's just so much fun with everybody because we cram everybody on the courts together and there's so much laughter and just you walk up and there's 50 people there. You're like, oh my gosh.
It's funny because one of the things I really enjoy doing is getting people together. Like I've watched you from afar for a while and heard good things about you. And I am relatively, I like to see people who kind of have the same vibes I do before we come on. You asked to become a part because you are a part of the show now. So it's our show. And I mean that because you took the time to come on. But to see the vibes, and it's so much fun to have people smiling and laughing. And then you see people making bad line calls. But pickleball, what's funny is that I haven't seen too many bad line calls. But I can tell you that people are made fun of because the balls go so slow sometimes. Like, you can't call that ball out. I saw it land. It's going too slow. Anyway, that's cool. So do you have a junior program going, or is it just adults right now?
We're doing junior pickleball in our camps this summer, and then we're going to start some actual classes in the fall. So mid-August, we'll start with some, hourly classes for the kids. So
that's great.
Every kid loves it so far in summer camp. They're like, I want more pickleball. So pretty interesting.
That's great. So now look, this is a director position that I'm not, but you are, and a very amazing resume you have with regards to what you've done. But some directors require certifications, and there's no right or wrong answer to this. But I believe that when people hear this, there's players hear this or see this, they should be prepared to say they want to get a job with you, so they kind of know what to expect. But do you prefer it, or do you recommend it, or do you really mind about certifications? Do you care who it's with? And again, there's no right or wrong answer because they're all amazing to have.
Right.
For your
pros, for sure.
For your staff.
No, I do. I don't require it, but it is strongly recommended, strongly encouraged.
I feel you, sister.
And then I do try to help my pros get those certifications if they don't already have them.
That's great.
And I let them pick, which certification they want to go with. I'm PPR and PTA certified, so I see the benefit of both and or the other.
I understand. That's great. Well, that's good.
I'm just really big on continuing
There
education
you go.
and just learning and staying on top, not just having that attitude of like, oh, well, I know how to play. That's enough.
That's correct.
Because the game is, even since I started playing, it's changed
Oh,
tremendously.
yeah. Yeah, no, that's great. That's good to know. I mean, that's every place I've been. It's similar. Don't have to, but it's kind of like it's just standard industry practice. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like back when you and I were growing up. It's like when I met his name was Mark Bailey, was my first pro, and that guy just made me laugh. And I remember going to 6th grade and 5th grade on the bus and looking down there and seeing him hitting balls, going, I want to do that. And I remember asking him that. He goes, you got to play college tennis. And I'm like, okay. Well, I did that, and so so remember the standard energy. You got to play college tennis, become a tennis pro, and I think that's great, and I still believe that with certification. So that's amazing. Do you prefer brand? What brand do you like with regards to your weapons, your paddles, your rackets, whatever you? What brand?
I'm currently playing with the Head Gravity. I really like that paddle. And then a second favorite here at the club is the Selkirk brand.
Oh wow.
I just love everything that they're doing. They've got their Selkirk TV. They've got their weekly. It's a pretty cool company, I think, as far as being family owned and then what they've been able to do in the whole pickleball industry.
I haven't heard one bad thing.
I think it's a great product. I haven't had any problems as far as selling. We've sold probably close to 100 paddles. So
wow, that's just awesome to hear. I love hearing that you got it vibing down there in the big A town. Oh yeah. Hey, have you seen any of the MLP matches? You seen any of your teams play the Austin Ignite? Have you watched them play yet?
Yeah. And when it was here in town, I went to both of those. One of Melly Price is highly involved in the MLP, and she is one of our members here. So she was nice enough to get me some tickets and joined her to watch a little bit.
Tell us about that. I'll tell you real quick. When I saw the Texas Open for the first time a while back, I was amazed at how intimate it is. What were your thoughts on the first time you see one of those?
Oh, same thing. It was so small, such a small venue, but yet the energy in the building was, I couldn't describe the energy, and everyone's on their feet and cheering, and it was just awesome. You couldn't help but just sit there and smile and
I know,
get into it.
Yeah, it's pretty intense. We have the Dallas Pickleball Club, and we just signed that Jay Morier, a French guy that I met. He's gonna come on the show, by the way. I met him at Oasis last year, and he's a very nice guy. All these players are nice. I haven't met one a tough player. Well, that's cool. So she watches the Austin Ignite. Good on you.
Yep.
All right. So do you have a preference when you play singles, doubles? Not at all.
Doubles for sure.
Spoken like a true former college player, baby.
I'm getting old. Yeah.
I want to work smarter, not harder. So no singles.
Exactly.
I'll watch you play, okay?
I'll watch them play. I drink beer on the sideline.
There you go. No. That's why we're going to get along one day so soon. So, okay, this is a new segment. So you are my first pro director player to answer this. I don't know if you saw it.
Okay.
What do you think for all your players, the young ones and the big kids and the little kids? What do you think is an important rule for players to know? Because that's one of the things that people want to hear on the show is rules that they don't think that they've ever heard of. And there's no right or wrong.
Yeah.
What's the rule you have to remind people of?
I have to remind people that, like, once you step in the kitchen, that you've got to get both feet back out.
Oh, yes. That's true. I never thought about that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well,
so people tend to go, oh, well, I still had this foot in the air, but I wasn't in the kitchen. Yeah, but you never set that foot back down behind the kitchen, so you're in trouble.
They try to get
and people just like, or what? What rule? So
you heard it first.
That's a good one.
Kelly Marshall. You got it. She's our first inaugural rule teller person thingy on the show here, which is awesome.
Scary.
No. So do you have like a so then we'll go this now. So just right now in the pickleball, still in the way of pickleball, is there anything you've done so far that in pickleball that you've seen or played at a place that really just you're like, this is awesome. I want to play at a place like this again, or I want to play with that person again. What's your favorite memory of pickleball right now?
I think watching the MLP matches and watch it. Yeah, we got to see Lee Whitwell play when she got the MVP.
Oh, wow.
And then about a couple months after that, she came to our club and actually did a clinic. So it was really cool to see her as a player and then see her thoughts on the court as she coached some of our members. Man, so that was really cool. And she's a hoot.
Is she? Wow.
Yeah, she's crazy. in a good way.
And let's name drop the member that's big with the Austin Ignite. What's that member's name?
Oh, Melly Price.
Melly Price.
She's one of the owners of MLP.
Nice. I got to get her on.
So she's, yeah, she's great.
All right. Well, good. Well, cool. So that's it. Then got to see her MLP experience. That's awesome. So
yeah.
I don't know why I had the rehab and left shoulder thing on there, but anyway. So do you have a favorite drill or a tip that you do so far?
I love, and I learned this from Zane. In getting people, tennis players especially, to dink. He has them, like if they have a paddle.
Who's Zane? Confirm who Zane is. I know who he is, but you think I remember our people? Who's Zane?
Zane-Navratil.
There you go.
The pro player, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So he did a clinic here, and he was having the players actually put their finger on the paddle to dink.
Wow.
So they had to keep their finger as they were dinking. They had to keep their finger there. But for tennis players, and that's what I mainly work with, it keeps them from taking that big backswing.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, oh, how easy is that to fix that problem?
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I spent 10 years. I spent 10 years.
When he did that, I was like, wow, okay, that was so simple.
Isn't it amazing?
But that keeps everybody, off of both sides.
I didn't even think about that. I mean, but it's cool because I spent all these years at Brookhaven and is grinding, man, grinding.
Oh gosh,
and learning. And I mean, there's so many amazing things to learn from Dave Anderson and Dion Krupe and Billy Freer and Dave Ware and all. They're still there. The stuff you're talking about. But I never would have thought about that. And I would have players, hold the racket and then put their left hand behind the throat to hit volleys, right, or something like that. But I didn't think about doing that. That's awesome.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to have Kelly.
I thought it was such a simple tip to quickly get those tennis players out of the big backswing, or anybody really.
True.
So
yeah, true. All right. Well, so do you have a favorite shot? Mine's the lob to the odd side. At the kitchen line.
I love to be up there volleying. I love the reset volley.
Yes. Oh, you do. Very good.
Yeah. You want to bang the ball at me? Okay, here you go.
Take it back. Keep it going. Okay, now
Face it down.
Yeah, he's boom, bye.
Face this down.
I know how to angle volleys off. That's what you do. Boom. Okay, buddy. Boom, bye. Okay, let's go. Next thing you're out of breath. 2 seconds later, and you're just like, okay, here we go. I love reset.
There you go. Yep.
Well, so now we're gonna go to your story. Where you from? You have siblings around, mom, dad? Right? I mean, what's your story? You have family members, or what's going on with you?
I grew up in Odessa, Texas. So played there, and then till I went to college, and then never went back. So if you've ever been to Odessa, you understand why I never went back. Good people, but yeah.
It's hot, it smells, and you can't drink out of the faucets. My wife's
there
from
you go, for sure.
You know where Levelland's at? That's where my wife's from, West Texas.
Oh, really? Yeah.
She never went back.
Yeah, there's a certain vibe out there. I like West Texas people.
They are. Yep. So Odessa, well, that's cool. That's a nice place.
Then I went to college and ended up in Houston with my first teaching job. And Houston was just so big after living, growing up in Odessa.
Oh, yeah.
And so got a job opportunity in Austin and ended up here. And I love it because it's that same big enough town, but not too small, not too large.
It's nice, man. Especially if you get in I mean, if you decide like the culture, it makes things a lot easier down there. I'd love to go down there.
For sure.
But we'll see what happens in my life. So now what we'll do is this. We're going to go into the kitchen. Okay. This is the fun segment. This is where people just know about the Kelly Marshall Master Professional, which is awesome, by the way. It is awesome. I think that's amazing.
Thank you.
So right now I'll give you like a favorite band or a song that you might be jamming to. I'm speaking of San Antonio. I've been cranking up Alejandro Escovedo, Burn Something Beautiful. It came out in 2016, and it was an amazing album. I've been jamming to that. What are you jamming to?
I love some John Party.
So who?
John Party.
Nice, dude. What do we listen
to? Tequila Little Time's my favorite song right now.
We got to get together.
I know, right?
Play some pickleball.
Kindred spirits, I think.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I mean,
so,
there you go. All right. So, favorite binge movie or favorite binge? My wife and I watched 1883. I mean, have you seen that? It's like oh my, what'd you think?
I liked Yellowstone more than 1883.
I know. Yeah, it's kind of depressing.
I couldn't get into the old timey,
That's all right. So
I couldn't get into long dresses and
Well, I like those. No, I'm kidding. So, so what are you binge watching? You watching anything or what? What are you doing?
I binge watch crime and thriller shows.
Dateline and stuff.
Yep, Dateline, Law and Order, all that.
So she's a criminologist at heart.
Criminologist, yeah.
There you go. So, what's your favorite podcast you listen to? Mine is Monsteropolis. It's on Spotify, but I also like on Amazon. I also listen to Smartless. You heard of Smartless?
Yeah.
With Jason Bateman and oh man, Jason Bateman's on there. Sean Hayes and Will Arnett. Thank you. It's hilarious.
Oh, nice.
Some people like podcasts. Some people don't.
I don't listen to a whole lot of podcasts, but I do like my buddies over there at the Net podcast.
Oh yeah, there you go. AJ and CB1.
I always try to catch theirs. Yeah, AJ and Craig.
Were you on that? You were on that, weren't you? I believe you were on that.
I have not been on theirs, actually.
Oh, me neither. So you guys stink. Hey, let's do it. You and me.
Let's do it. Come on.
All right,
I'm going to call him out.
Yeah, call him out. We'll call him out right now.
AJ, call me.
CB1, Craig Bell, come on now. Let's go.
Craig, just email me. You talk too much.
He was my first guest. And
Love you, though.
Yeah, I know. He knows. He was my first guest back when I still don't know what I'm doing, but since vocals gone by, retired, and I was able to do all this stuff here, just by purely hard work, I believe. They were my first guest, and Adrian was also on Open Play, which is something I'll start doing. Which you'll come on. It's at the end of the year. We sit around and we do these multi-screens and we interact with people. That's a new story. All right, so you have a favorite sports team?
Yeah, Kansas City Chiefs, Mahomes.
There you go. There you go. See, now remember, I'm from Kansas. I was born in Topeka, and we lived there. My parents went to Pitt State and all that, and they had season tickets, and my cousins still do. They live in Overland Park. But yeah, we're Kansas for life, man. That's good. So you like that the Chiefs and the I like the Rangers and the Stars. Obviously, I love them.
I like the Astros.
Go Stros. Heck yeah.
Yep.
And you have a favorite pet? You ready for this? We got a dog named Chief. He's a Labrador.
Oh, of course.
And a Havanese named Gus. Those are our favorite dogs.
Oh, nice. I have a miniature dachshund that loves to come to work with me, and her name is Ruby.
Where's she at? Want to see her?
She's at home right now, but.
Oh, you didn't bring her on the show, Mom?
I know. I thought she was going to interrupt us.
Well, so that means you got to come back on. We got to meet Ruby.
Yeah, we got to meet Ruby.
We'll meet Ruby. I'm not bringing my dogs here. They'll blow these cameras up, and I'll be out. I'm already out a lot of money. I don't like anymore.
Oh gosh.
Sweet. So, now my last part of In the Kitchen is what is something that nobody knows about you that's funny or quirky, and I will give you what mine is. Mine is more meatballs, less spaghetti. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like a lot of spaghetti with meatballs. I just like meatballs.
Yeah.
Something weird. I've had people. I've had one pro. I'm sure you know. She's awesome. She said that she likes to people watch at Walmart at 1 a.m. I said, if you need beer before that, she goes, oh, I don't drink. I go, what's more weird? You don't drink, or you stand there and stare at these people while you're not drinking at night? I don't get to say her name, but she's just. I mean, and I had this one guy. He's a senior pro. My boy Mark Miller was a lookalike for Matt Hasselbeck back in 2001 at the Super Bowl.
Oh my gosh.
In Seattle. I'm not lying, man. And then the owner Darren Rack at the Oasis, who's another sponsor of the show, is he played baseball with Jay Buhner. You remember Jay Buhner from Seattle, Mariners?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah. Weird stuff like that. So, do you have anything funny like that? I don't know.
Let's see here. I do ride a Harley.
Yes.
And
what kind of
started a women's motorcycle group that has over 100 women in it right now.
What kind of Harley?
And so,
what is it?
I have a Harley Road King.
You are amazing. See?
With ape hangers too. It's obnoxious. Ape hangers and hydraulics, so I can lower it.
You are insane, man. Okay, now we got to see a picture of that with Ruby. All right.
Okay, I'll send it to you.
Well,
but yes,
this was been a lot of fun with the Kelly Marshall here from Onion Creek Country Club. She's the director of Racquet Sports. Well, we're gonna have you back on if you'd like to come back on our show because I'd
love it.
And you took the time. But and one of the things about this show is that people watch it. Future players, current players, retired players. Maybe they want to teach the sport of pickleball or tennis in Austin. How would they get in touch with you?
Oh, they can just email me at kmarshall@onioncreekclub.com or reach out to me through. I think you'll have some links on YouTube, so
YouTube
that'll
or LinkedIn.
be great.
LinkedIn, yeah, that's why I watched it from afar.
LinkedIn, yep.
in threads one day.
Good. Yeah, there we go. We gotta, keep up with everybody.
I know. Well, anyway, if you want to get in touch with me about sponsoring the show or being on the show or having your product on here or something like that, I can be reached at Curtis, Curtis, at ReeseRacquetsports.com, ReeseRacquetsports.com. I think I screwed that up, but whatever. Anyway, we're on the gram, we're on the Facebook, and we're soon to be on the threads. Me and Kelly are going to start a threads channel.
We're going to do it.
Well, hey, appreciate you coming on, Kelly. And you stay cool out there and keep pickling, all right?
All right. Thanks, guys.
Take care now. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Coming through.